Should rural areas be given money? So I'm answering based on that. I don't think the urban areas should be given money. Okay, these are my reasons. What makes an urban person different from a rural person? Your enthusiasm to work, right? Even if you create opportunities in the rural area, like you come here and then you create programs and opportunities for the rural areas, if they don't have the motivation to work, then I think you're doing cost 90. You ask what keeps the urban people moving, enthusiasm. As a youth, if I work in an urban area and every day I see my fellow friend doing better, I'll be motivated to do more. But in the rural area, I think we feel that. So
if you say that those in the rural areas are comfortable and that they are not motivated to do something, how the bank? What I say is, in the urban centers, the opportunities are there. So the
So Mary and Dennis are academia and Mr. Kodia, Desmond and Mary are academia and Mr. Kodia is representing the public sector. So just a quick introduction about yourself.
Right, my name is Miracle. It is a French name. Yes. So the last word is actually pronounced like Q in the English alphabet. So Miracle Girl was my name. I work as an education consultant, largely on all the international projects that come into Ghana regarding curriculum, teacher training, educational policies, and that's my mainstay. But alongside, I have a lot of interest in startup in education space, particularly in the area of training and skills development for both those who are practicing and then those who want to enter into new ventures within the job creation process.
Okay, and sorry, before we move on, what are your ties to Koforidua?
Oh, my ties to Koforidua. I have a home in Koforidua that I've never occupied since January 2016. I have a residence at Osabini, but due to the nature of my work, I hardly stay around. Even I was in Koforidua the whole of last week, and I was staying at CapitaView Hotel, Eastern Premier Hotel. I never made it home. I do come to Koforidua a lot because currently I'm running a project in Koforidua on implementing a new curriculum for mathematics that will be piloted by the Ministry of Education come in September. So that pilot is currently running in Koforidua. So I do visit Koforidua a lot, except that if you're looking for me in the house, please don't go there. You better be looking at CapitaView, Eastern Premier, and all the hotels in Koforidua rather than going to my house to look for me. But I have a residence in Koforidua. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I always say Koforidua is home.
Great. So we'd like to have for them. So we know the hotels in Koforidua are cheaper than Accra. Mary.
Okay, my name is Mary Wilson, lecturer in Environmental Engineering. And in addition to lecturing, I have a passion for ministry, that is preaching around. And besides preaching around, I believe also in startup businesses. I started a small business running a mart in Accra. Things didn't go too well. Currently, I also believe in rural development. So we are looking at somewhere, how many of us know NUSC? NUSC. We are looking at starting a diagnostic center at NUSC. Because if you look at the stretch from Bunsu Junction all to the way to Nkoko, there's nothing like that there. So we are looking at starting a diagnostic center, not for the profit of it, because they have a huge space up and time to run that. But we are looking at a community where maternal health care would be improved, where people can at least have a scan when they are pregnant, if not throughout the duration of pregnancy, even once in their pregnant life, they could see that this is how the baby looks like. So there are opportunities there for people. If only you can identify that these are opportunities, then there's something you can tap in. In addition to that, we are looking at starting a rural education program. You know, I believe in giving back to community. I may not want to stay in the rural setting for long, maybe a day or two, because of family life. But I believe that if you have something, what is the community also benefiting from you as an individual? And so we are looking at teaching people who are below 6 years how to read. The focus is just reading. Because if in a family people can read, then we can understand national policies, we can understand community development, and that will giving them encouragement that, I remember one time there was a boy, very, very dirty, and unfortunately I was in a white dress when I went there. You know, when I was talking and the boy came, auntie, he just jumped and I picked the boy. And I was like, all this little boy wanted was a hug. You see, if I had denied this boy of this opportunity, he could have changed his perception about people for life. But though my dress got dirty, at the end of the day, that boy got something positive out of the touch I gave him. So there's a lot. Ask yourself, what are you giving back to the community? For me, I believe that you can make the money in rural areas. You can make it in Accra. Wherever you want to make the money, it is not a problem. But what have you imparted onto society? It is not how
the public sector, and I work with the Youth Employment Agency as head of operations for the regional level. 100% Koforidua boy, lived, school, almost everything, all my life is tied down to Koforidua. So that's the little I will say for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi guys, I am Desmond Owusu-Ansah from Omni University, and I lecture of the Electronics and Communication Department. What I do as a little thing is I counsel, that is alongside, and I also motivate. So that's a little about me.
Thank you very much. So, especially in partnership with the private sector, academia, or youth, from your perspective.
Thank you, Abdul. I will start by introducing what we do. But YA is part of government programs and policies. It's one of the government agencies. So before then, I was monitoring what is happening. Like there's several questions coming up, and some are comparing what YA do and that of NACOP and all those together. First, let's get to know YA and what does YA does. YA is established under the Youth Employment Act 2015, Act 887, to empower young people to contribute meaningfully to the social, economic, and sustainable development of the nations. As part of this, we have a mission. And the mission is to lead the coordination of employment opportunities and creating of jobs for the youth in Ghana who are within the age brackets of 18 and 35. Please note, because we compare that of NACOP and the rest. Let's note our mandate. Our first mandate includes training and provide youth with requisite skills. We also do facilitate and monitor employment of youth in Ghana. And we develop support and provide training services to the youth. So if you observe our mandate, it's quite different than what NACOP does and what the National Service does. Again, as our core objective of the agency is to support the youth between the ages of 15 and 35 years through skilled trainings and internships models that will ensure the smooth transit from a suitable of unemployment to that of employment. You can remember there are certain reports like the BBC reported that the Youth Employment Agency program
right in Koforidua. 2013, I told the GDS, municipal office, that the way mathematics is taught is not the way we will get over the struggle of mathematics. And if you look at Koforidua for that matter, they told me they don't have money. I was like, you can get the money from the district assembly, because the district assembly has money for teacher professional development. They said, well, the district assembly supports them. I sent a proposal.
Institutions are doing. So not so much. So we understand that the youth have to be more responsible in finding things to do. But maybe if you could give us some examples of maybe what KTU does, what are the institutions doing to bridge this gap? You've already said that they're not doing as much, but are there any examples?
KTU, for instance, we don't have any laid down rule to bridge that gap. But what happens is that when we see that there's a funding for students with exceptional capabilities. And so if a student is coming up, we have a CEIB, that is a Center for Entrepreneurship and Other Businesses Organizations.
Education and skill training in the country must be considered, okay, from a global perspective by producing graduates with a view to making the effective compete in the world of the web and at the national, regional, and global. Those are the things that we also need to know. And a strong structure among ourselves, that is the education and training institution. So we have to see that what is the government doing, or what are we as an institution doing to help these students. Okay, so we should build some structures to that. And the government and industry and the broader national framework, and also align to the development goals of the country. Sometimes we go to universities, we give projects to the universities so that it will help the national development, not to the individual, but for the country to move on. So we have to also see to that. Then the second, involvement of industry and employers in the labor market, in the design of education and training curriculums. Then periodic retooling, that is also an important point. What we learned 10 years ago, when you go back to high school, is the same thing that we are still learning. We are not adding anything to it. Talking about technological gap, comparing somebody's schooling in China and comparing somebody's schooling in Ghana, they are advanced, they are using high-tech performance. They can sit in the lab and perform any functionalities that they want to do in the lab.
How many people are employed in Ghana and back home? But just to quickly give some. So about 2 million people have salary from private companies, and about 700,000 people have salary from government companies. So I believe the YA people are the government one. And what are some of the ways that you guys are collaborating with private institutions to ensure that they are assimilated into jobs when they are done with their training?
Thank you, Atom. I will start with a similar case with the community protection personnel, which those already in the system are exiting. Earlier on, we were discussing something like a startup bank for other companies. Why the Youth Employment Agency, we have such plan? Because now, we've designed their salary, that the beneficial allowances, in such a way that they are saving 50 cedis every month from their salary. And at the same time, we are taking some of their money as insurance and senate and tax, because it's government is paying them.
Job opportunities or employment opportunities within Koforidua and around the eastern region that you think more people should go into that they are not already going into?
Excuse me, the private sector or the government sector?
Either one.
Okay, I would say for private sectors, they are trying in Koforidua. With government, we've not seen more employment. We don't have industries that are built up in the Koforidua metropolis. So with those things, I will urge the government to do much well in building industries like that to help the public, that is the people in Koforidua municipalities. When we come to private sectors, you see, Koforidua is a township such that everything is centralized. If you want to bank, you have to come to the city, or you say come to the town. We have places like Okrasi, we have Nyamikro, we have hall, or let's say commercial banks or any institution there. Everything is centralized. So if we can expand those places and we can explore those areas, Even taxi run, all those taxis go around and come back to this taxi station. Sorry. If we can do that, places a little bit far from the township, I think it will help us in creating jobs and opportunities in Koforidua.
Okay, thank you very much. So, similar question to Mary.
You want to bring it to the town. If you're able to identify these areas, I'm sure that you can be able to bring up different ideas. Because if I want to set up an agency whereby people can get house help, if you are coming for the house help, at least the first month or 2 pay, I get a commission out of it. And that is the focus of business. Now, somebody will say that he doesn't...
With our flagship program, that's the Public Farm Project. Yes, agency, that's why we always work with the district assemblies. And now, we want to pilot the program first. That's when we begin to implement it. It will be set up in 3 different districts or 3 different locations. We are looking at having a farm at the Kwamoso. That's a stretch of land by the government which is there. We are even looking at getting the storage facility on its own, probably at soon, because it's quite nearer to Accra if you wanted to do export and those stuff. So indirectly, we are setting up, even though we start as a pilot, but we are still working within a district assemblies and getting people on board. Because for example, if you are with Koa Farming District and probably you wanted to come through all the way to maybe to Kwamaso to have fun, because we intend to set up a new format that stretch. We are looking at because of the Afram River, irrigation is quite...
What kind of sectors or industries we need to create jobs in the East region? Okay, so you can think one district, one factory. Like what kind of sectors do we need to work on to create more jobs in the East region? Opportunities and skills gaps. So what are the gaps that we have in skills between academia and industry? Okay, so a lot of the times, industry or workplaces say that, oh, the people who are coming out of school, they don't have skills to work. Okay, so what are the skills gaps between academia and industry?
CPP. I work at Central Police Station in Koforidua. My expectation was about a job camp. It was good. Actually, I was thinking when I was coming, I was some tense because I was not working, and I was thinking maybe when I come, I'll get more knowledge about job camp. And definitely, when I got here, I have more knowledge as I'm a youth, and I don't have nothing doing. I can just start something for myself. As I'm coming, I can start something for myself. Just a little money I have, I can start something. So I urge anyone who would like to join the bar camp should just join and share the link also.
Hi, I'm Franklin Ogro, and I had an invitation online to this Jobcamp 2018 organized by GhanaThink. It's really met my expectations because the mentors and the panelists who educated us were very good. They did their research, let us know more about our job requirements and how we can get fit in this job market. Especially submissions by Madam Mary Wilson, who was from Koforidua Technical University, inspired me a lot, and I think it will help the youth. She said something about knowing what we want to do after we've completed our tertiary education. I've been a victim. I attended school and I came out to the job market having no idea what to do. But today, the Jobcamp Koforidua helped me have an idea about many training institutions, both government and private. And I think I'll pick up what they said and I'll do follow-ups, and I think it will really help. And I've also had the opportunity to link up and talk to people who are in the new sector I am entering into, which is the IT sector. So I think it's a very nice program, and they should be organizing it a little more frequently because the youth in Ghana need this. We need to know what we can do in future and how we can help ourselves. Thank you.
I heard about this program organized by GhanaThink, and then I tried to come enjoy for the Jobcamp. It has been nice. For when I heard about it, my expectations were like, well, I'm coming to network and also learn more about the employment outside there. And then when I came to this program, a lot of my questions have been answered, most of them. And then right now, as the program has ended, I've really learned a lot pertaining to employment in Ghana. And then also, whilst I'm going out, I'm going to tell my friends about this program so that next time it's organized, we'll all come and also experience whatever they have for us.
Hello, I'm Ifia Pokia, and I was here for Jobcamp 2018. And then I learned a lot. I was enlightened on the business opportunities in the country, and then how we can set up our own businesses and other things.
Yeah, actually before I heard of Jobcamp, I was really expecting that it would be, a meeting where young minds and entrepreneurs will come together to bring ideas that would shake, the unemployment misconception that we have in Ghana. As a matter of fact, at the end of the meeting, I got to realize that there are so many opportunities. What others see as, as a problem or challenges, I see them as stepping stones to create more opportunity. Because one thing I realized in this meeting is that every problem comes with a solution, and this solution is another way of breaking through in terms of job creation. You understand? For instance, when we talk about people going to do their service in the rural areas, okay? Obviously, rural areas have so many difficulties. So as an individual, an educated person, somebody who has gone to the university, obviously, when you go there and you identify a problem and you find a solution to that, that becomes an opportunity for you to make money. So that is what I learned from Jobcamp, and in fact, I'm really impressed. I believe that, I'm praying that this will go on, not just at the tertiary level, but those in the secondary level, those in the senior high school as well, so that their minds will be prepared as they write their WASI or as they even live. Because at the end of the day, God has given each and every one of us potentials, and we need to build on that. So if somebody goes to school and says that, okay, he's a graduate unemployed, sometimes it's quite disheartening. So Jobcamp, I believe, has come to stay, and it's going to help the development of Ghana.